Hi, I'm Sean Harper, one of the co-founders of transfs, a financial services comparison shopping website. This is an example of how, if financial services companies could provide their customers with an electronic file detailing all the fees paid by that customer, companies like ours could provide tools that would use that data to help consumers make better financial decisions. As a consumer with a credit card, for example, I actually don't have that much information about what fees I've been charged in recent history and why I've been charged them. I have even less information about what fees I could be charged if my situation were to change, and I have absolutely no information about what other consumers similar to myself are paying in fees, if I'm getting a good deal or a bad deal. So right now, if I went to my credit card company's website, I could download all my past statements, look through them, figure out the fees and interest rates, and then I also could probably go and download a PDF of fine print that may give me a little bit more detail, but that's a lot of work, and from a practical perspective, almost nobody does that. A better way to do it would be to go to my credit card company's website, log in, and be able to download for the last year or 12 months an electronic file that gives precise detail as to all the fees that I paid and why I paid them. The file would probably be in a format like XML, which we can look at. You see here there are statements and balances and interest, but really XML is meant to be read by computer programs, not by people. So we would save a copy of this file to our desktop and go to another website where we could upload the file, and it would run some analysis on it and provide us with some useful information that we could use to make a better decision and understand the kinds of fees that we're paying. So in addition to looking at the data that we uploaded, a program such as this might also go and get some other data to aggregate with that, such as our credit score and maybe some aggregate information about what other customers like ourselves are paying. So based on all that information, this report has come up and has some interesting conclusions for us. The first is, over the last 12 months, we've paid $666 for this credit card. About 60% of that was for interest, and the rest was miscellaneous service fees. And our average monthly balance was about $2,700. Now, compared to other customers in the database, we are paying about twice as much as average. So that might be something to think about. And also, we can look over time to see a little bit more detail about our fees. So for example, the interest rate at the beginning of the year was 0. That's probably because we didn't have a balance, and then went up to around 6%. So this was probably a promotional rate. And once the formats are defined, we could have more detail in here. Then it looks like the promotional rate ended, went up to about 13%, and then something here happened in September. We'll find out later that I actually paid my bill late in this hypothetical situation, which jacked my rate up to 25%. We can get a similar view for the fees, where there are a handful of miscellaneous fees at the beginning of the year. And then in October, it looks like I really got sacked with a bunch of fees totaling $117, which it's a lot of money. Now below here, we could have a breakdown of exactly what those fees were, and it turns out that a pretty big portion, actually the majority of the fees that we paid were over-limit fees. I had 4 of those. They cost me $39 a pop. And get some more detail around those, around what exactly those miscellaneous fees are. So what I just showed was a demo, but it is working code. You can actually go to these pages, download the data file, change it, run it through the report generator, and get different reports back. And the best thing about it is that if this kind of data were widely available from financial services companies, it's pretty easy to write programs like this that would use and compare the data in different ways, which could give rise to a competitive ecosystem of computer programs suited for different audiences' tastes, different kinds of customers, but all motivated by helping the customer make more informed decisions. Such an ecosystem could include businesses like ours, as well as nonprofits and hobbyists, and ultimately would end up being a much better, more consumer-friendly way of doing things. So thanks for watching. Bye.